Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about germplasm conservation and its different types. First of all, what is germplasm? Germplasm broadly refers to the hereditary material, that is, total content of genes transmitted to the offspring through germ cells. Now our main topic is what is germplasm conservation? Germplasm conservation is the most successful method to conserve the genetic trait of endangered and commercially valuable species. And germplasm is a live information source for all the genes present in the respective plant, which can be conserved for long periods and regenerated whenever it is required in the future. जर्म जो है रॉ मटेरियल प्रोवाइड करता है ब्रीडर्स को टू डेवलप वेरियस क्रॉप्स, इसीलिए जर्म प्लाज्म बहुत सिग्निफिकेंस रोल प्ले करता है ब्रीडिंग प्रोग्राम्स में. द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ जर्म प्लाज्म कंजर्वेशन और स्टोरेज ऑफ जर्म प्लाज्म इज टू प्रोवाइड द जेनेटिक डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ अ पार्टिकुलर प्लांट और जेनेटिक स्टॉक फॉर इट्स यूज एट एनी टाइम इन फ्यूचर. A global body, namely International Board of Plant Genetic Resource, that is IBPGR, has been established for germplasm conservation. And its main objective is to provide necessary support for collection, conservation and utilization of plant genetic resources throughout the world. There are two approaches for germplasm conservation of plant genetic materials. First is in situ conservation, second is ex situ conservation. First of all, we will talk about in situ conservation. What is in situ conservation? The conservation of germplasm in their natural environment by establishing biosphere reserves or natural parks is regarded as in situ conservation. This in situ approach is particularly useful for preservation of land plants in a natural habitat along with several wild relatives with genetic diversity. The most important point about in situ conservation is it considered as a highly priority germplasm conservation program. Now, the major limitations of in situ conservation are listed below. First is the risk of losing germplasm due to environmental hazards. Second is the cost of maintenance of a large number of genotypes is very low. Now, our next germplasm conservation is ex situ conservation. Ex situ conservation is the chief method for preservation of germplasm obtained from cultivated and wild plant materials. In ex situ conservation, the genetic materials in the form of seeds or from in vitro cultures, that is plant cells, tissues or organs, can be preserved as gene banks for long-term storage under suitable conditions. Now, in ex situ conservation, for successful establishment of gene banks, adequate knowledge for genetic structure of plant populations and the techniques involved in sampling, regeneration and maintenance of gene pools etc. are essential. Now, conservation of germplasm in the form of seeds. Usually, seeds are the most common and convenient material to conserve the plant's germplasm. This is because many plants are propagated through seeds and seeds occupy relatively small space, so seeds can be easily transported to various places. However, there are certain limitations in the conservation of seeds. The viability of seeds is reduced or lost with the passage of time. Seeds are susceptible to insect or pathogen attack, often leading to their destruction. and it is difficult to maintain clones through seed conservation. These are the limitations in the conservation of seeds. Now, in vitro methods for germplasm conservation. In vitro methods, employing shoots, meristems, and embryos are ideally suitable for the conservation of germplasm for vegetatively propagated plants. The plants with recalcitrant seeds or genetically engineered materials can also be preserved by this in vitro approach. Now, there are several advantages associated with in vitro germplasm conservation. First is large quantities of material can be preserved in small space. Second, the germplasm preserved can be maintained in an environment free from pathogens. Third is it can be protected against the nature's hazards. Fourth is from the germplasm stock, large number of plant can be obtained whenever needed. Now, there are mainly three approaches for in vitro conservation of germplasm. First is cryopreservation or freeze preservation. Second is cold storage. Third is low pressure and low oxygen storage. In the next video, we will discuss the first approach for in vitro conservation of germplasm is cryopreservation or freeze preservation. This is all about today's topic, that is germplasm conservation and its types. Thank you.